Hey, how's it going? It's Stephen here from understandingaudio.com, and I'm finally making a video from my new setup. It's taken me a little while to get set up properly, but here I am and I'm delighted to be making new videos. Now, speaking of new, if you're new to this channel, you're very welcome, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Alright, so keeping up with this new vibe in my new setup, I don't have a MIDI keyboard, and that's something that I have had as part of my setup over the last few years. Now, the reason why I don't have a MIDI keyboard set up is kind of aesthetic. I quite like how everything looks in the room without having a keyboard pushed off to the side like I've had in previous rooms. And also down to the fact that I know I don't need a keyboard to make music. And you don't need a keyboard to produce music either. And to back that statement up, here's some Stephen story time. So when I started making music using a computer, I didn't use a keyboard because I suck at piano. Now, over the years, I got a few beginner piano lessons and developed some basic keyboard skills. And because I'm a musician and I like to play instruments and I've always played instruments, I did find it very helpful to have all the keys laid out in front of me to be able to put songs together. But there are so many ways you can produce music without a keyboard. It's not essential, and it's one of those things that people often overthink, and it becomes a form of stumbling block when it comes to creating music. Oh, I can't sit down and write a piece of music tonight because I don't know how to play the keyboard, and you need to play the piano and you need to be able to do this and that to program MIDI and Pro Tools. No, it's not like that at all. You can and you will produce music without a keyboard. All right, and what better way to prove this concept than for me to show you? So here I am in Pro Tools with nothing but a click, sitting there on its own. In your case, I want you to open up your DAW, whatever it is, and just set up a stereo instrument track. For me to do that in Pro Tools, it's Command, Shift, and N. And then I hit Command and the right arrow to create a stereo track, Command and the up arrow to make it an instrument track, and hit Enter. And I've got a stereo instrument track. Then I want you to open up any instrument or sequencer. I'm going to use Expand that comes with Pro Tools, and then select a piano. So I will go with soft grand piano. And now you want to open up your MIDI editor. In Pro Tools, that's up here, Window, MIDI editor. Now I can hear the complaints already. MIDI sucks in Pro Tools. Why are you using MIDI in Pro Tools? Okay, yeah, I use MIDI in Pro Tools because I do everything in Pro Tools. You're welcome to use whatever DAW you want and whatever makes you happy. Pro Tools makes me happy. So for now, I'm going to just close, Expand, and here's my MIDI editor. Now, by using the pencil tool, I'm going to play in a chord progression. And that chord progression is going to be a standard 1-4-5-1 chord progression. And that's a major progression. It's the first, fourth, fifth chord of the major scale resolving to the first once again. And I'm going to keep it really simple. We're going to do this in C major. So the root, the first in C major, is a C. There it is, C. To create major chord, it's the third then. So Alt, click, and drag, E. And the fifth, Alt, click, and drag, C, E, G. All right, so the next chord is also a major chord, and that's the fourth. That's F major. So grab these three notes, all click on them, drag them up to F. F, A, C. F major. All click and drag again to the fifth. You get G, B, D. And that's the fifth chord of the scale. And then you want to resolve back down to the first, C, E, G, as you had over here. And if I play this, sounds like this. All right, very quickly, we've got a chord progression that we can use and we can work through just by drawing those notes in. So it's already clear that you're not going to need a MIDI keyboard right away. Now, I know you're probably thinking that it's hard to get creative without actually feeling the keys and playing around with it, but you can get creative so quickly just by playing around with these notes, just playing around with the notes in the chords and the notes of the scale of C major. You can change your chords and add sevenths, suspended seconds, suspended fourths, chord inversions, and you could do whatever you want to spice up this relatively basic chord progression. So let me show you how. Right, so let's add in a seventh to the C major chord. Let's alt click on this fifth and drag it up. That's the sixth and the seventh. So now you've got C major seventh. And then let's turn this F major into an F suspended second. And to do that, you take the third, which is here, and just move that to the second. Sounds like this. This is quite an open sounding chord. And let's make the G major a G suspended fourth. So we take the third and make that a fourth. Sounds like this. Okay? And the final chord is C major. Let's keep that as C major, but add another C up the top. So we've got 3 C's in a row here, which might sound quite nice. Let's hear what it sounds like together. All right, pretty cool. So it's a basic chord progression, and from now you can make progress with that and flesh it out whatever way you want. Now I'll close out of the MIDI editor and come back to expand, and let's move away from that natural grand piano sound and go for something completely different. Let's use this simple arpeggio. Mic, it can play. Try this. Cool. All right, so now you've got a completely different sound and you're producing music. Or who says you need a MIDI keyboard? Next, duplicate this. All right, I'm gonna take the click off, just play this on the loop. I'm gonna come into the MIDI editor, just delete everything above the bass notes. Okay. And then just drag them down an octave. Obviously you need to now change that sound to a bass because it sounds terrible right now. Alright. Let's go with try something different. Let's try this. Alright, let's add more instruments. Let's duplicate this. And now create more of a melody. Change the instrument. Go for a soft lead. Japanese boy. Let's try one more, just duplicate from that. Another soft lead, smooth. Let's just try this. Try one more. Let's not do that. Let's try one more. Don't know what this is. Get the notes right, so let's try this. And on a loop. Right, this one's panned left. Remember, that makes it louder. So that's it, working through creating a track. You can add in another instance of expand or whatever sequencer you're using, and it stopped that. So I'm going to go to the kicks menu, open up the MIDI editor. Let's try this. Just 4 on the floor kind of idea, just to hear what that sounds like. Okay. Right, so that's not the right sample. And that's better. So that's your kick sample then. And now back to expand again and look for the snares menu, which is here. Just play what we've got. So what happened there? Try again. Alright, so I think that gives you a pretty good idea of how quickly you can actually make music without using a keyboard or without having a MIDI keyboard. Just playing around and having fun in your DAW. Okay, this isn't a masterpiece, but you can get from A to B very quickly and come up with some pretty cool musical ideas that can be expanded out into a full song without a whole lot of effort, really. And it's such a perfect example of how understanding what you're trying to do is way more important than the tools you use. We as musicians and producers get so wound up over the idea that we have to have the plug-in or the keyboard or the instrument that's really going to help us get to that next level, when we already have everything we need. You have everything you need. You have basic music knowledge, you have basic theory knowledge, and that's more than enough to get you started. Most of us have way more than basic music theory knowledge. And everybody has musical taste. I'm not going to dwell on it too much, but if you want to find out how to unlock that and use it to the best of your ability, then go to getpromixes.com now and download my free guide, The One Hack That Guarantees a Unique Pro Sounding Mix. That's going to show you way more about how to unlock your taste, use reference mixes to really show you how to get to that next level of music production and mixing. But back to this video. You know, the best musicians can get a tune out of anything. You'll often see great producers using the computer's keyboard on their laptop in Logic or other DAWs to write music. It's not about the tool that they're using, it's about their knowledge and their taste. Keyboards can help. They really can. I found it really helpful when I was using a MIDI keyboard all the time, but I'm going to be gone without one for a while. And Deadmau5 is a perfect example of this. You see a lot of Deadmau5 production videos and he's not using a keyboard. Okay, he does now, but a lot of his great songs and the great music production that he's created over the years, he created the same way as you've just seen me do right now. So that's it. You do not need a keyboard. You do not need a MIDI keyboard or any sort of piano to produce music. You can follow the steps that I've just done and you'll probably get a lot better results. Alright, so that's me done for today. I'm very happy to be back making videos in my new setup. And like I said, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. Join me at understandingaudio.com for lots more free articles and videos. And I'll see you very soon.